Number 1. The 1979 Ford F-350 regular cab, listed at $6,000 and located in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, is a true working-class classic from Ford's legendary Dent-side era, built tough and ready for whatever you throw at it. This long-wheelbase heavy-duty pickup is powered by the 400-cubic-inch V8 engine, paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, featuring a granny low gear, giving it serious torque and pulling power for towing, hauling, or off-road work. With 144,000 miles on the odometer, this F-350 has clearly been used but not abused, and according to the seller, it still runs strong and drives well. The truck wears an older repaint from the previous owner, and while the paint on the hood has begun to flake and peel, the important part is that the body itself is solid with no major rust issues, making it a great candidate for restoration, customization, or simply putting it back to work as is. These trucks were made from real steel and built to last, and this one still has the kind of clean structure collectors and builders look for. Whether you're wanting a classic farm truck, a rugged daily driver, or a project build, maybe a lifted trail beast, patina cruiser, or flatbed hauler, this F-350 gives you a strong foundation without breaking the bank. Classic Ford trucks from the 70s have exploded in popularity, especially heavy-duty models like the F-350, and finding one that runs well at this price point is becoming increasingly rare. If you've been waiting to get into a vintage Ford that still has real muscle and character, this could be the deal you've been watching for. The seller invites interested buyers to PM for more information. So, if you're serious about owning an honest old-school workhorse, now's the time to reach out. Trucks like this don't stay on the market long. Number 2. The 1963 Chevy C10 might just be the one. Listed at $14,500 and located in Hastings, Florida, this truck brings together rust-free California heritage and a strong drivetrain setup that makes it road-ready and performance-capable. This Chevy C10 originally came from California, which is a huge selling point. Why? Because California vehicles are known for being clean, dry, and rust-free, a major win in the classic truck world. Unlike many old pickups that suffer from rusted rocker panels or frame issues, this one is solid and straight. The current owner emphasizes that this is a no-rust truck, giving it a strong foundation for collections, restorations, or daily use. Under the hood, this 63 C10 has been upgraded with serious American muscle, a 454 big block V8, paired with a TH400 automatic transmission. That combination is legendary, known for durability, torque, and effortless power. Whether you want to cruise on weekends or lay down some power at a stoplight, this setup is built to perform. Cooling is handled by an aluminum radiator, so overheating won't be a concern even on long drives. It also comes with power steering, which makes this classic pickup much easier to handle compared to most originals from the early 60s. The suspension has been refreshed with new big block springs, new ball joints, and new trailing arm bushings, meaning this truck doesn't just look great, it drives tight and smooth. Braking has also been improved with new brake drums, making stopping power more reliable and safe. Cosmetically, the seller hasn't gone into much detail, but with the truck being rust-free and mechanically refreshed, offers a perfect balance between old-school character and modern drivability. Whether you want to keep it as is and enjoy it, or take it further with paint and interior upgrades, this C10 is already ahead of most builds. Finding a 1963 C10 that hasn't been eaten alive by rust and already comes with a big block powertrain is getting harder every year. At $14,500 or best offer, this feels like a fair deal in today's classic truck market. If you're into classic American pickups that sound mean, run strong, and draw attention everywhere they go, this could be your next garage trophy. located in Hastings, Florida. Check it out before it's gone. Number 3. The 1969 Chevrolet 2500 HD regular cab long bed. Listed for $15,000 and located in Las Vegas, Nevada, is a true American workhorse that represents the rugged durability and mechanical honesty of late 60s Chevy trucks. Known officially as the C20 Camper Special, this truck was engineered to tow, haul, and work hard without compromise or reliability. And today it stands as one of the most desirable heavy-duty classics for collectors, builders, and vintage truck enthusiasts. With 101,317 miles on the odometer, it sits at that perfect point where it has seen enough use to prove its longevity, yet still has plenty of life left for someone who wants to enjoy it as a cruiser, a farm truck, a tow rig, or even a full restoration project. Under the hood, the C20 Camper Special came from the factory with extra towing capability, heavier duty springs, and reinforced suspension to handle the added weight of sliding campers, making a prime candidate for anyone who appreciates classic utility trucks that deliver real mechanical performance. This example also features dual-fuel tanks, a valuable option that increases driving range and convenience, especially useful for long highway cruises or working in remote areas. The long bed configuration makes it even more practical, providing maximum cargo capacity, whether it's used for hauling lumber, motorcycles, equipment, or classic automotive parts. The seller mentions that it comes with a clean and clear title, which is becoming harder to find with older trucks as many of them change hands frequently or carry salvage or missing paperwork issues. Trucks like this are getting scarce, especially uncut, unmodified examples that keep their vintage charm and original character intact. This one appears to be a solid candidate for preservation or a resto-mod build, offering the perfect foundation for a fresh paint job, engine upgrade, or period-correct restoration. Priced at $15,000 OBO, it offers strong value considering today's market for classic heavy-duty Chevy pickups, which continue to rise in popularity. Whether you're looking for a dependable weekend hauler, a collectible square-body era predecessor, or simply a clean vintage truck with timeless styling and raw mechanical toughness, this 1969 Chevrolet 2500 HD C20 Camper Special is a rare opportunity you don't want to miss, especially coming out of the dry, rust-free climate of Las Vegas. Number 4. The 1977 Ford F-250 long bed, listed for $19,000 and located in Manchester, Pennsylvania, is a true piece of Ford truck history. This isn't just any old F-Series. It's a 1977 Ford F-250 Highboy 4x4, one of the most sought-after vintage pickup configurations ever produced. Known for their tall stance, heavy-duty drivetrain, and factory-solid front axle, the Highboy models are legendary among collectors, off-road enthusiasts, and classic truck builders. This particular truck comes from Oregon, which is always a promising detail for those concerned about rust. The seller notes that the only visible rust is a few small bubbles behind the rear tire, and if that's accurate, it suggests a very solid body and frame, something increasingly rare in 1970s Ford trucks. Powering this beast is a big block 460 V8 engine paired with an automatic transmission, delivering raw torque and old-school muscle with that deep classic Ford exhaust tone. The long bed and 4x4 drivetrain make it capable for work, towing, or mountain exploration, while its vintage design turns heads everywhere it goes. The truck was repainted at some point in its life, originally silver, but now shows some clear coat peeling on the roof and hood, a common cosmetic issue for vehicles of this age. Nothing a future owner couldn't correct with a respray or preservation clear coat if they prefer the patina look. Although the truck has been sitting for a few years, the current owner recently invested in getting it mechanically refreshed. It has 2 new batteries, a brand new carburetor, new cap and rotor, new spark plugs, new plug wires, a new ignition coil, and new fuel pump. Great news for anyone who wants a solid starting point without immediately diving into repair work. The mileage is listed as 999,999, which is clearly a placeholder. As the true mileage is unknown, expected for a truck nearly 5 decades old. Classic highboys like this continue to climb in value year after year. Their tall stance and tough design make them icons of American truck culture. Whether you're looking to enjoy it as a weekend driver, restore it to collector grade, or transform it into a high-end off-road build, this 1977 Ford F-250 highboy is an excellent candidate. With a clean underside, strong engine platform, 4x4 capability, and increasing demand in the classic truck market, this one has serious potential. Offered at $19,000 OBO and sold as is, it's located in Manchester, Pennsylvania, $17,345. If you've been searching for a genuine highboy that hasn't been hacked up or abused, this one deserves a serious look. Classic, powerful, and undeniably cool, this Ford is ready for its next chapter. Number 5. The 1967 Ford F-100 Ranger Shortbed, listed for $19,500 and located in Flemington, New Jersey, is a classic pickup that blends old-school Ford style with serious mechanical upgrades, making it both a collectible and a driver's truck. This is not a garage queen that only comes out on sunny Sundays. It's built to be enjoyed. Under the hood, it packs a freshly assembled 390 big block V8, punch .40 over, with only braking miles on the engine. The setup includes long tube headers, an aluminum intake, and a comp cam's roller cam and lifters, giving it that deep American muscle rumble and strong street performance. The seller notes that a full parts list is included in the listing photos, showing real attention to detail in this build. Power is delivered through a recently rebuilt C6 automatic transmission, equipped with shift kit and a 2,500 stall converter, meaning this truck shifts firm and is ready for spirited driving. It also features factory power steering and a front disc brake conversion, making it easier and safer to drive than many classic pickups from the era. With 3.25 rear gears, it strikes a nice balance between cruising and acceleration. The truck originally came from Florida, and while the exterior does show minor rust in a few spots, the seller points out that the floor pans are perfect and the frame and underside are solid, with only the original undercoating peeling away, common for trucks of this generation. It also comes with new Ranger tailgate trim included. The interior is very clean and well kept, giving a comfortable and nostalgic feel. The paint isn't show quality, but it still presents well, giving the truck a classic, slightly rugged character perfect for someone who wants a sharp vintage Ford they can drive without worrying about every rock chip. With just 15,500 miles on the odometer, this Ford feels like a mechanically new truck that's already been sorted out. It starts, runs, and drives great, and according to the seller, is an absolute blast around town, the kind of truck that attracts attention at gas stations and car meets alike. The seller is open and transparent, willing to provide videos or any extra info upon request, which shows confidence in the truck's condition. It's priced at $19,500, negotiable, and the seller makes it clear. If you're reading the listing, yes, it's still available. Overall, this 1967 Ford F-100 Ranger Shortbed is an excellent opportunity for someone looking for a vintage truck that's already had the important mechanical work done. With a strong 390 engine, upgraded transmission, power steering, disc brakes, good bones, and clean interior, it strikes a perfect balance between classic value and street performance. Located in Flemington, New Jersey, it's ready for a new owner who appreciates what it is, a reliable, powerful, head-turning classic you won't be afraid to actually drive. Number 6. The 1979 Ford F-350 Camper Special, listed for $3,500 and located in Tazewell, Tennessee, is a heavy-duty piece of American truck history with real potential for the right buyer. This isn't just another old work truck sitting out behind a barn. It's a true camper special model, built by Ford with extra towing capacity, heavy-duty suspension, and reinforced cooling systems to haul slide-in campers and heavy loads with confidence. Under the hood sits the legendary 460 cubic inch big block V8 engine, a torque-heavy powerhouse known for reliability and raw pulling strength. Paired with an automatic transmission, this drivetrain combination makes it incredibly desirable for classic truck enthusiasts and collectors alike. The seller states that the truck has only 30,000 miles on the odometer. While mileage is always something to verify on a truck this age, even as it sits, this F-350 is a solid foundation for restoration, customization, or even basic revival as a functional old-school hauler. It's equipped with factory-installed air conditioning, a rare and valuable option in classic Ford trucks of the late 70s. Even though the condition of the AAIC isn't specified, simply having all the original components under the hood is a bonus for restoration or future upgrades. This F-350 is a two-wheel drive model, ideal for towing stability and highway use. Compared to 4x4 models, 2WD camper specials tend to be better maintained and often used more lightly by previous owners. The seller mentions that the truck runs and drives, which is already a huge advantage when considering a classic truck project at this price point. However, it will need brake system work before being road ready, a common and relatively simple job on vintage Ford trucks, thanks to widely available parts and straightforward design. Cosmetically, the seller hasn't provided details in the description about body condition, paint, rust, or interior, so any serious buyer should expect to ask for more photos or inspect in person. Typical wear for vintage Fords includes cab corners, inner fenders, and bed supports, especially on camper specials that may have carried weight in the past. That said, trucks from this era were built from real steel and are incredibly rebuildable. At just $3,500, this is one of the most affordable big block classic Fords on the market today. These late 70s F-Series trucks have been rising in value consistently, especially models equipped with factory big block engines. Whether you're looking for a vintage tow rig, a farm truck, a camper hauler, or a foundation for a full restoration, this camper special offers not only old-school toughness, but also long-term investment potential. With its combination of big block power, classic Ford styling, working drivetrain, and a price that leaves room in the budget for improvements, this 1979 Ford F-350 is a rare opportunity. Trucks like this don't sit unsold for long, especially at this price. A great project, a strong platform, and a piece of real American truck heritage just waiting for its next chapter. Number 7. The 1977 Ford F-150 SuperCab Trailer Special, priced at $8,500 and located in Spotsylvania, Virginia, is a rare and remarkably preserved survivor from Ford's golden era of heavy-duty pickups. This isn't your average old farm truck. This is an all-original, rust-free SuperCab equipped with a trailer special package, making it one of the most desirable configurations for classic truck enthusiasts and collectors today. Under the hood lives Ford's dependable 351 MV8, known for its durability, torque, and long life when properly maintained. It's paired with a bulletproof C6 automatic transmission, one of Ford's most legendary transmissions ever built. designed to handle serious towing, hauling, and hard work without complaint. Trucks equipped with this drivetrain are valued for their reliability and simple maintenance, and parts are still widely available today. What truly sets this truck apart is its condition. The seller states it is very clean, rust-free, and all original. Finding a 1977 F-150 in this kind of preserved shape is increasingly rare. Most have been worked to death, left in a field to rot, or cut up for off-road builds. This one, however, appears to have survived the decades with dignity. With just 70,000 miles on the odometer, it's likely spent most of its life well cared for rather than abused. Being a SuperCab, this F-150 offers additional interior space behind the front bench, perfect for carrying gear, tools, storage, or even installing a rear seat for passengers. It delivers a classic single-cab look with extra functionality, making it a great truck for both weekend drives and practical use. The Trailer Special badge is more than just a name. It includes heavy-duty cooling, upgraded suspension, and a towing package straight from the factory, making this a purpose-built hauler from day one. The exterior, being original, likely carries that authentic vintage patina collectors love, true to its year without modern repaint or flashy mods. Trucks like this carry a sense of American history. Metal body panels, squared-off body lines, chrome bumpers, and a stance that commands the road. The kind of truck that still turns heads at the gas station without even trying. Inside, Ford kept things simple in 1977. Functional gauges, durable materials, and straightforward controls. Nothing unnecessary. Nothing to break. Just a real truck built for real work. And because it's all original, this one keeps that pure, unaltered charm from the late 70s. At $8,500, this is a strong deal for a classic F-150 in original, rust-free condition, especially one with desirable features like the Trailer Special package and a clean body. Whether you're a collector, a Ford loyalist, or someone who just appreciates authentic vintage trucks, this is a fantastic opportunity. It's the kind of truck you can drive proudly as is, lightly restore, or preserve as a survivor. A true American classic from the last years of Ford's sixth-generation truck era. Honest, steel-built, and unspoiled. Trucks like this don't come around often, and when they do, they don't last long. Number 8. The 1963 GMC C10 Shortbed Stepside, priced at $8,500 and located in Bisbee, Arizona, is a true survivor from the early days of American pickup history. This tough half-ton rear-wheel drive truck spent its life working as an Arizona ranch truck, and it still carries that rugged Western character today. Built in 1963 and tastefully upgraded over the years, this GMC blends originality, patina, and practical improvements for a classic you can actually drive and enjoy. Under the hood, the original motor is long gone, and in its place is a reliable Chevrolet 283 V8 from the mid-1960s, paired with a 4-speed manual transmission. The classic floor shift setup that gives this truck a raw, mechanical driving experience. This engine is known for being one of Chevrolet's most reliable small blocks, easy to maintain, easy to modify, and capable of running for decades. The truck fires up strong, runs smoothly, and doesn't smoke, a big plus for its age. One of the more desirable upgrades already completed is the late 1970s square body front suspension swap. This brings front disc brakes to the truck, giving it more reliable stopping power compared to the original drum system. It's a common and smart upgrade among C10 builders, and it means this truck is already better suited for today's roads. Recent parts include a brand new radiator, electric cooling fan, thermostat, and fresh upper and lower hoses, ensuring the cooling system is road trip ready. The 2-barrel carburetor was just professionally rebuilt, and the ignition was upgraded to dependable HEI, along with fresh cap, rotor, spark plugs, and wires. It also comes with new windshield, new front shocks, a recent Napa battery, fresh oil and filter, and a clean bill of functionality. It cruises comfortably at 65 miles per hour on the highway, not something every early 60s truck can brag about. Aesthetically, the truck brings that classic step-side charm with a 1969 to 72 Chevy bed installed in the rear. The bed itself is in solid shape, though the wooden floor has seen better days and is currently covered with sheet steel. Functional, honest, and ready for light hauling. This 63 GMC wears its history proudly. Expect some rust in the usual places, rockers, cab corners, but overall, it's solid for its age thanks to a dry Arizona life. The exterior has that old-school working truck vibe, topped off with a fresh set of baby moon hubcaps and trim rings for just the right touch of vintage style. Inside, it's no luxe cruiser. It's simple, mechanical, and built for purpose. Exactly what a classic truck should be. With a clean Arizona title in the seller's name, no trade requests, and serious buyers only, this is a no-nonsense truck from a no-nonsense seller. At $8,500, it's one of the better values out there in the 1960 to 66 GMC and Chevy truck market. Many trucks in this era are rusted beyond saving or already turned into overpriced hot rods. This one, it's the perfect middle ground. Running, driving, upgraded where it counts, but still a blank canvas for someone who wants to create a weekend cruiser, shop truck, rat rod, or full show build. A classic Stepside with soul, grit, and solid bones, ready to enjoy today and build tomorrow. This is what a real deal looks like. Number 9. The 1973 Ford F-150 long bed is priced at $8,500 and located in Springer, Oklahoma. And this truck is exactly the kind of classic American iron that proves why old Fords never die. They just get better with time. This 1973 F-150 Custom is a true survivor with original paint, factory character, and a clean history backed by paperwork from the original owner, including the original title plus a clean title in the seller's name today. It's powered by a reliable 302 V8 paired with a 3-speed manual transmission, and the seller drives every weekend, so it's not some forgotten barn find. It's a well-loved classic that's already road-ready. Even better, the truck has ice-cold AC, a huge bonus you almost never see in a 70s pickup. Though the seller notes a small leak, but it's still blowing cold. With 94,000 miles on the odometer, this F-150 runs and drives great and has had an impressive list of recent upgrades that make it even more dependable, including a new thermostat, water pump, belts, solenoid, battery, and wires, Holley 2-barrel carburetor, spark plugs, plug wires, distributor cap, rotor, master cylinder, and combination valve. The interior has been refreshed with new radio, speakers, amplifier, carpet, headliner, dome light, ignition work, and repaired floor pans. So it's not only mechanically solid, but also a comfortable classic to enjoy on the road. On the outside, it wears its original paint with light patina, and only a few small rust spots. Not rot. So it still has that honest vintage look collectors love. The truck also features good-looking Craig RSS wheels wrapped in Cooper Cobra tires, along with brand new weather stripping, undercoating, bed liner, new windshield, new door locks, new brake lines, calipers, rotors, drums, and pads, plus a replaced carrier bearing, fuel tank, fuel lines, tail light harness, trailer plug, and new marker light lenses. With so many mechanical components already replaced and sorted, this F-150 is a rare opportunity, a classic you can enjoy immediately, while still having room to personalize or restore further if you choose. The seller is clear. It's a dependable weekend driver with great bones, a strong running V8, original history, clean paperwork, and a long list of fresh parts that make it worth every penny. Located in Springer, Oklahoma, this one won't last long. Trucks like this are getting harder to find, especially in this condition with this much work already done. Number 10. The 1969 Ford F-250 long bed, listed for $13,900 and located in Murphy, Idaho, is a true blue camper special built for work, hauling, and long highway runs, but also a fantastic classic project with a ton of mechanical upgrades already done. Showing 85,749 miles, this truck is powered by Ford's legendary 390 V8 engine paired to a heavy-duty C6 automatic transmission, one of the most durable drivetrain combinations Ford ever produced. It also comes equipped with factory dual-fuel tanks, and both tanks and gauges are fully functional, which is rare to find still working on a classic of this age. Finished in its original lunar green paint, This truck may be ready for a cosmetic refresh, but it's mechanically solid and road-ready right now. The seller is a fourth owner, and the truck has a clean history. It was originally purchased in Camas, Washington, and reportedly spent most of its life pulling a fifth-wheel trailer or camper, just as Ford intended when it built these heavy-duty camper special models. Underneath, this F-250 has already received a long list of important maintenance and upgrades, especially in the braking and suspension systems. The front brakes have been completely rebuilt and upgraded, including new pads, calipers, brake hoses, master cylinder, and brake booster. So stopping power is far better than what you'd expect from a '69 truck. It also features factory power brakes and power steering, making it much more comfortable and enjoyable to drive than the average late '60 S pickup. The front suspension has also been refreshed with new coil springs, fresh bushings, and replaced kingpins, meaning the steering is tight, responsive, and free from the usual wobble or slop you find in old work trucks. Under the hood, it's been given even more love. The carburetor has been replaced and now includes an electric choke for easy cold starts, and it has a brand new fuel pump and starter. The electrical system is solid, and all essential components are functioning properly. An upgraded tinted sliding rear window was also added, perfect for airflow during summer drives or long hauls. According to the seller, there's likely even more maintenance and small improvements done over time that aren't listed, but one thing is certain. This truck runs and drives great, and already far ahead of most project trucks you'll find at this price point. Cosmetically, the truck is currently in its working clothes, solid and presentable, but ready for paint if you want to take it to the next level. The seller originally planned to repaint it, but decided to move on to other projects. So this becomes a perfect opportunity for the next owner to step in. Whether you're looking for a reliable vintage hauler, a weekend camping rig, a farm workhorse, or a classic daily driver, this 1969 F-250 camper special checks every box. Strong drivetrain, solid upgrades, dependable performance, and honest character. Trucks like this are getting harder to find, especially clean-running FE-powered camper specials with factory options like power steering, wiper delay, dual tanks, and front disc brakes. Serious buyers are encouraged to check it out in person in Murphy, Idaho. The seller is asking $13,900 and is not interested in trades. If you're looking for a rugged, well-built Ford that's already mechanically sorted and still has room for you to add your own finishing touches, this is a fantastic opportunity to own a piece of old-school American truck history. Number 11. The 1972 Chevrolet 1500 regular cab long bed, listed at $15,900 and located in Yuba City, California, is a true survivor from the golden era of Chevy pickups. A Super Cheyenne model that proudly wears its originality with honest patina and timeless style. This truck still sports its original two-tone paint, a classic combination that adds to its vintage charm and tells the story of a life well lived without hiding behind fresh paint or body filler. Under the hood, it's powered by a strong and reliable 350 V8 engine that runs and drives excellent, backed by an automatic transmission that shifts smooth and makes it a comfortable cruiser for daily use, weekend driving, or classic car gatherings. With 140,000 original miles, this Super Cheyenne has clearly been well cared for, and what makes it even more desirable is that it's completely rust-free, an increasingly rare find in vintage trucks of this era, especially one that hasn't been heavily modified or taken apart. Factory options still intact include working AIC, making it a perfect candidate for summer cruising, along with an AM/FM radio for a touch of nostalgia behind the wheel. The truck sits on a fresh set of new tires, giving it a solid and confident stance on the road. Inside, this truck retains much of its original character and design, simple, durable, and built with purpose during an era when trucks were made to last. The long bed adds practicality, ready for light hauling, show display, or transformation into a vintage camper setup if the next owner chooses. Whether you're into preservation-style classics, patina builds, or want a reliable old-school Chevy to enjoy as is, this one is the perfect blend of originality and usability. Being a Super Cheyenne, this trim level was one of the most desirable in 1972, sitting at the top of the C/K lineup with extra chrome trim, upgraded interior, and stylish badging. This truck proudly carries that heritage without being over-restored or tampered with. It runs smooth, drives straight, stops as it should, and is ready for the road today. The seller is clear, no trades and only serious buyers. Because classic trucks like this are getting harder to find, especially ones that are still honest, uncut survivors with clean, rust-free bones and strong mechanicals. If you're looking for a classic square-hip Chevy with soul, originality, and room to add your personal touch, this 1972 Chevrolet Super Shine Long Bed is one worth moving on before it disappears into another collection. Number 12. The 1967 Ford F-250, listed at just $700 and located in Santa Clara, California, is a true project truck opportunity for anyone looking to bring an old-school workhorse back to life. This truck has been sitting for several years out near Pacifica, and as a result it does show signs of cosmetic wear and rust from the coastal air. But if you know vintage Ford metal, you know these old F-Series trucks were built tough and can absolutely be restored with the right time and effort. The body definitely needs work, and it's a truck for someone who isn't afraid of a grinder, welder, or some elbow grease. But the bones are still there. Under the hood sits a V8 engine that the seller says is solid when running, though it currently has a mechanical issue that hasn't been diagnosed. The seller doesn't have the time or money to chase it down, which makes this a great chance for someone who knows their way around classic Ford trucks or want a budget entry into vintage truck ownership to pick up a rare builder for cheap. This F-250 is being sold as is, and while it's not road ready today, it's exactly what enthusiasts refer to as a true project truck, something you can wrench on over weekends, restore piece by piece, and customize any way you like. Whether you want to bring it back to factory style, turn it into a patina shop truck, or drop it on a modern chassis with new drivetrain, there's no shortage of potential here. The price alone, just $700 or best offer, makes it one of the most affordable classic Ford pickups left on the market today. Even better, it comes with a clean pink slip in hand, making the transfer easy, and since it's an older model, it doesn't require smog in California, which is a huge bonus for anyone who has dealt with state emissions laws. Trucks from the late 60s are gaining popularity fast, especially bump-side Fords like this 1967 model, and even rough-condition trucks are being scooped up because of how scarce they're becoming. If you've been searching for a low-cost entry into the world of classic American steel, this could be the one. It's not perfect, it's not pretty yet, and it definitely needs someone with vision, but the foundation is here. A strong frame, long bed F-Series built during the golden era of Ford trucks. The seller is only looking for serious buyers who understand what a project truck is and are ready to take it on. At $700 OBO, it's priced to move fast, and deals like this don't stay available long. If you got a trailer, some tools, and a passion for classic Fords, this 1967 F-250 in Santa Clara is ready for rescue. Number 13. The 1978 Chevrolet C30 Silverado Camper Special, listed at just $6,900 and located in Fairfield, California, is a tough, dependable heavy-duty classic that's ready to haul, tow, cruise, or continue building into a long bed street truck. Showing 62,000 miles and equipped with an automatic transmission, this Chevy comes powered by the proven SBC 350 small block V8 paired with a bulletproof TH400 transmission, a drivetrain combination known for its durability and easy maintenance. This is a two-wheel drive camper special model, not a 4x4, originally built for heavy-duty use with reinforced suspension and towing capability, making it perfect for anyone who needs power and practicality wrapped in a true square-body classic. The seller clearly cared for this truck, and it shows both mechanically and cosmetically. It recently passed California smog and is currently registered with a clean title, making it hassle-free for the next owner. Over the last year, the truck received several important maintenance upgrades, making it a reliable driver right out of the gate. Recent work includes a rebuilt carburetor, new brake hoses, new spark plugs and wires, a fresh oil change, new door lock and ignition cylinders, a rear wheel cylinder, and a new fuel pump. All of these upgrades mean you won't be inheriting someone else's neglected project. This one has already been kept on the road and maintained with care. The exterior was professionally polished last year, and it still looks great today. Clean, straight, and full of classic Silverado character. This 1978 Chevy C30 comes from the golden era of square-body pickups. Honest steel, simple mechanics, and timeless style. These trucks are getting harder to find in solid, no-drama condition, especially with clean paperwork and current registration in California. Whether you want to use it as a dependable work truck, tow rig, classic hauler, or build it into a slammed custom long bed dually, this C30 has endless potential. The seller mentions they're only letting it go because they bought another toy, so this is a well-loved truck, not a dump-and-run sale. At $6,900 OBO, it's priced fairly with room for conversation, and square-bodied Chevys in this condition don't last long on the market, especially not the heavy-duty camper special models. If you're looking for reliability, vintage style, and raw V8 power without breaking the bank, the Chevy C30 in Fairfield is more than worth a serious look.